Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack, and we have got our first tournament action of the evening in this monthly tournament. We're going to be watching ToxLonely taking on altDenial. Both of these guys, good friends of myself, good friends of altStarcraft. And let's take a look. ToxLonely is going to be our pink player, spawning as Zerg down here in the bottom left-hand corner. In the top right, we do find altDenial spawning as our red Zerg. Now, ToxLonely's Zerg vs. Zerg is extremely good. He better have it off. Somebody out here on the live stream saying that he is still online. Let's tell him to turn off the stream. And there we go. Come on, get her done, Denial. You can do it. There we go. Back to the races. Off we go. Now, I was talking about ToxLonely Zerg vs. Zerg being extremely good, but Denial actually has been practicing it quite a bit. Now, there is a little bit of a skill difference here. Denial is a gold level player, ToxLonely a diamond, but Denial has been practicing actually with ToxLonely and some other really high level Zergs like Swift and some others. Yeah, thanks there, CJFM27. What do you go by the way? So that way I'll know what to call you. Because CJFM27 is actually, it doesn't really roll off the tongue, let's put it that way. But I can call you that if you want, whatever you want. But yeah, so thanks for keeping Denial honest. Keeping him in good spirits. But Tox is going to be going for a fast expand here up at the small expansion. Notice that it only does have 6 mineral patches instead of the standard 8, and not a rich Vespian geyser in this particular version. And Denial going to be going for his spawning pool here fairly early. Looks like ToxLonely is not going to be too far behind, so his defense should be right on target if he needs it. And Denial may end up going for some early pressure. But this will be interesting because Tox will have this kind of advantage here potentially with this hatchery. So, I mean, Denial's going to have to put this... We'll call you CJ. God, that sounds good. But, yeah, Denial is going to have to put on a serious amount of pressure. Now, I will say one thing for Denial's gameplay that concerns me with what he's doing here is that he sometimes has trouble putting the right amount of pressure on quick enough. And, I mean, it may end up playing against him. So we'll see what's going to happen. Oh, but look at this. Denial is going to be going for an expand of his own. So it looks like he is going to kind of play it safe. Not going to be putting on the pressure. Going to macro up right behind us. Let's check the units tab here for just a moment. Notice that Denial is already behind. 3 harvesters. So ToxLonely taking a fairly... Halcyon. Sorry we missed you, brother. Tournament has started. But yeah, so Tox off to a pretty decent start here. Denial now just barely catching up in that drone count, but you can see that these guys both going to be working on some map control. Lot of overlords cruising around the field here. Denial going to be sending this drone back, and looks like his expand is about to go here. Tox does have a double queens up right now and going for a roach warren here, so going to be putting on some probably mid-game pressure here right around the 7 to 8 minute mark, I'm guessing, with some roaches, maybe a small roach push there. We'll see if that's the case, but it looks like he's going to be sending out a little bit of units here just for some map control. But look at this, Denial going to get maybe a little aggressive here. Does have 6 Zerglings. Does he have more in production? No, he does not. So maybe just using these for map control as well. However, 6 may have been just a little too many. Oh, there we go. It is going to be Banelings. Now he's got some more on the way. We've got Zerglings. 2 more Zerglings on the way. And ToxLonely now seeing everything that's going on here by taking that tower. Looks like Denial going to try and put some pressure on with these Banelings. He does have some more Zerglings going to join the fight. What is Tox going to have as an answer to this? Looks like he's just going to be kicking it here with his queen. And look at this. Oh my goodness. Because he was scouted, Denial going to be backing out here. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. Sometimes not able to put that pressure on in the correct fashion. Because, I mean, if you think about it this way, he's already committed so much money to these units that he's really got to put the pressure on. He's already committed. And to just let them sit there essentially is turning that investment into a little bit of a waste, potentially. But he is going to be forcing Lonely to get out quite a few roaches here for defense. So we'll see if that, I mean, it may end up working for him, but now that there's so many roaches, an attack with just this many units, definitely not going to be enough. Denial probably going to have to transition out of this. It's getting to that point in the game where Baneling play not going to work. You've really got to do it just a little bit faster than this. So Tox now in great position. Plenty of roaches here. This looks like almost a death force. When it comes down to it, I mean, look at this. He's really got this army obliterated here. Couple Banelings, not going to do tons of damage. That's a decent amount of Zerglings now. With that speed, that should be pretty decent. He should be able to snipe at least a couple of those roaches before too long. I don't know, though. This is a lot of roaches, especially if he backs up this ramp here. That's really going to negate these Zergling numbers. And Tox getting aggressive here economically, going to be taking another hatch. Getting in here, some scouting information. You see this Zergling cruising around. Follow him for a minute. He is going to go one-on-one with the queen. Decides to stop that little deal, and off he goes to the races, and down he goes. So that scout getting some pretty decent information, though. Tox feeling pretty safe to expand here. He's got a good number of roaches, good map control. He knows what's going on in his opponent's base. He sees the size of his opponent's army. This is really, really working in Tox's favor, and you can see that his supply count making a very big difference. Now, Tox is supply blocked here, so maybe just a little bit of mismanagement there. However, I mean, he's in phenomenal shape with his food count. You can see that that's going to be bumping up here even more. Supply blocked again. Boy, my goodness, he cannot make overlords fast enough at this point. Going to be taking out his destructible debris. Now, notice no creep spread here from Tox. I would like to see some creep spread actually from both of these players. Connect these bases just a little bit better, maybe to your ramp as well, so you can defend at your ramp if you need to. But a little bit of creep spread here I think would definitely be in order. And look at this, Tox taking base number 4, getting extremely aggressive here with this economy and mousing up roaches alongside of this play. Denial going to be trying to secure a third here, but man, Tox is in phenomenal shape. This many roaches, beautiful, beautiful play so far. Yeah, now XA89, what do we, oh, we'll call you Dirty Monkey, right? Dirty Monkey out there on the live stream says that, you know, Denial needs to probably go Muta Harass to get back into this game. And I think that's, I mean, that I think is a great point. It comes down to he's got to do something here to make this happen. I mean, he's just falling behind. I mean, look at this unit count here for Tox is starting to skyrocket. We're 50, nearly 50 units over. Well, just bumped up there for Denial for just a moment. Tox are probably about to bump his again, but still a 30 supply lead is big, big, big in a mirror matchup like this, especially if you take into account that Tox now has infestors out on the field. That is really going to negate this large number of banelings that he's got here and potentially stop these roaches as well. In a poor position for Denial to be engaging, and Tox is very, very good with this infestor micro. Uses a lot of fungal growths, really able to make that happen. Going to be putting up a spire of his own right now, and so Denial committing pretty heavy to this roach play, which I think is not a bad play necessarily, but oh man, he's just so far behind. I mean, 30 food behind at this point. Not working in his favor, that is for sure. He is going to add some infestors of his own here, which I think is a good play, but Tox going to beat him to the punch there. Yeah, and CJ out there on the live stream says that he believes that Lonely has a huge advantage right now. I'm having to agree with him at this point. ToxLonely going to be getting some scouting done, and he says that he can burrow banelings, which is not a bad idea. Denial could maintain some map control, do some baneling bombs, stream those guys out across the map. But another good point here from Dirty Monkey is that one fungal, and all those banelings will die, especially if they're clumped up together like they are right here. And most of the time, you're going to keep those guys together. So good fungals really end that. Now look at this, a 65 food supply difference right now. ToxLonely in phenomenal shape, going to be cruising out across the map here. Look at all these infestors. That's 8 infestors, with just about all of these guys having full energy. And look at these roaches. No upgrades on the roaches quite yet. Looks like they're about to pop here. You can see +1/+1, and it looks like ToxLonely poised and ready to move in here. Oh my goodness. We are about to see +1/+1 roaches popping on the field here. And Tox going to be committing to the attack actually just a little bit early, but Fungal's going down and absolutely ruining Denial's day here. Some of these roaches not in position, not doing anything, so a little bit of mismanagement there. I mean, when it is go time, you've got to get all those units in the fight. Tox going to be doing a lot of damage here. He's got some infested swarm eggs for the infested Terran here, going to be doing a lot of damage. Look at all these Fungals going down here. Denial's roach is absolutely disappearing here. Here comes some banelings. These guys not going to do anything. They did take out, looks like 2-3 roaches. Ouch! Oh my goodness, less than effective. That's the word for the day. But that is definitely going to be GG, says CJ out there on the live stream. I am definitely going to have to agree with them. Looks like Denial going to try one more small last-ditch effort up here on his high ground, but look at this. Tox going to open that one wide open here with this destructible debris about to go down, and we do have +1/+1 on these roaches now for Tox. Look at how many infestors still here and all the energy on these guys. I mean, that's plenty of energy, that is for sure, and we are about to see probably, I think, the last attack of the game. Here in just a moment, you can see that Tox going to be streaming some units over here. And is he going to go straight for the broods? Maybe. Where's his spire? Let's check. Where did he put it? There it is. Yeah, he does have his greater spire on the field. And we're probably about to see some broodlords. There we go. Broodlords. Got to love it. 5 of them on the way. And that is going to spell DEATH for Denial. So he will be denied, if you will, passage into the next round of this tournament. Extremely well played here. Oh, did I miss it? Oh, wow. That's a great play from Denial. Looks like he is going to be putting some pressure on there. But the trouble is these Broodlords, just too much to deal with. He does not have an answer for this. These Broodlords can happily sit here and whap away all day. Queen here. A couple banelings still there. But look at that. All these units going down. Denial putting up a pretty solid fight there. Gotta love the heart in that kid there. I mean, he just did a phenomenal job. ToxLonely is a tough opponent to beat. So beautiful, beautiful game. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt tab. Always alt StarCraft. We will see you guys then.